Welcome back to White Mountains Today. I'm Wendy Howell, and I am sitting with my next guest, from Mountaintop Music Center. You are the executive director, is that correct?
That's right.
George Weiss.
Correct.
Thank you for being here with us.
Great to be here.
Thanks. Okay, so as I understand it, you're located in Conway Village.
Conway Village, that's right.
And you are not only providing instrumental and music lessons for the community, but you are providing entertainment
That's
as
right.
well. So you have a very full calendar to share with us for the summer.
Absolutely. Mountaintop Music Center started off as a small community music school. Was a really great local story where most parents would have organized a carpool to the nearest one. We had some parents start up a school right here in the Mount Washington Valley that's just grown and grown and grown to having 14 great music teachers seeing about 300 students in the course of a week.
That's amazing.
So, and of course with that comes the desire to put on performances. So over the years our concert series grew as we would highlight certainly local talent, local professionals, and then bringing other professional musicians into our region here to put on concerts. And that led us to fixing up a big old building in Conway Village.
A very well-known building.
A well-known building, that's right. We took the Majestic Theater, which had been a movie theater in our community since the 30s, but closed since 2005.
Right.
So it had been closed for 10 years already when we bought the very dilapidated building.
Yeah.
And this community supported the music school in turning that building into a real showplace and the anchor of Conway Village so that we could move the music school in. We have storefronts there also. But the big to-do was renovating what had been the movie theater into a great concert hall. So now we're operating this venue as a concert venue for live music right here in the White Mountains.
And you are filling it up for the
Absolutely.
entire summer. The next 6 weeks is chock full of musicians and who else? Who do we have?
Yeah, one of the great things about being Mountaintop Music Center and having this beautiful, now 290-seat, beautifully renovated concert hall, fabulous acoustics and comfortable seats, is that the sky's the limit for us. We get to really bring in a lot of variety. Since the music school teaches all styles and genres of music, the concert series reflects that also. So we've got everything from world-class classical music coming up to jazz to rock and roll. So immediately on the horizon, on Wednesday the 20th, we've partnered with the Sebago Long Lake Chamber Music Festival, who's now in their 50th season in Western Maine, bringing absolute world-class musicians into our area. They do 5 concert programs in Western Maine, and they're bringing 2 of their programs over here to Conway to perform at the Majestic Theater. The first is on Wednesday, July 20th, and then they're back with another program on Wednesday, August 3rd. Okay. This program, familiar names, music of Schumann, of Mendelssohn, Bizet, really great highlights of classical music, and variety within that, certainly. Wonderful programs. We're thrilled to have their partnership. They spent the summer of 2021 recording at our venue when they couldn't have an audience.
Wonderful.
Yeah, when they recorded concerts for streaming with us. So they loved playing in the renovated Majestic so much that they said, we have to come back and do this for an audience. So,
okay.
Yeah, we said
arm.
Absolutely. So those will be really tremendous programs. I mean, these are musicians that, after the summer here is over, you could go hear these same musicians play at Lincoln Center in New York City. You can hear these people in Boston, in Vienna, and all over the world, and they're right here in our community playing for us, which is
an honor.
So fantastic. And that leads right on to other things into August. We've got the premier Neil Diamond tribute band coming, which is a ton of fun. And I love that we've got everything. On July 20th, I'll give a little pre-concert talk about Robert Schumann, and then in the middle of August, I get to go on stage and play the trombone with the Neil Diamond tribute band. It's been
I think
fun.
we have a lot of Neil Diamond fans.
Oh, absolutely. And it's just, it's been great for me as a musician to also be able to bring friends and colleagues into this community from far and wide.
Oh, of course.
And perform at the Majestic Theater. It's really a great series. People can find out about the series at mountaintopmusic.org.
Okay, so you've got a full calendar there for the
We do have a
summer.
full calendar at mountaintopmusic.org.
Okay.
There's a concert series page,
Okay.
and that will go all the way through the summer into the fall. You'll find the Sebago Long Lake concerts that are coming right up. You'll find the Anderson brothers, who are twin brothers who have made quite a name for themselves in the jazz world. They're coming with a quintet playing all Irving Berlin music, so American Songbook classics. That'll be a lot of fun. The Neil Diamond Group. We've got a Linda Ronstadt tribute later in September.
Oh, I love Linda Ronstadt.
Yeah. We've got the Portland Jazz Orchestra at the end of September, a 19-member big band jazz coming up. Yeah. And Labor Day weekend is another huge concert. We've got Johann Sebastian Bach's B minor Mass played by musicians coming from all over the world for a festival performance, one performance only, here in Conway, playing instruments that are built to the specifications of as instruments were in Bach's time. So
incredible.
you'll hear great music of Bach played, as if it were brand new, which is a really special experience. That's on the Sunday of Labor Day weekend.
Okay.
So it's a great calendar. We're very proud of the diversity that we have within the genres of music and people and guest artists who are coming right here to the Valley.
Never a dull moment.
Never
there.
a dull moment, absolutely.
And meanwhile, you're organizing all of this. There are lessons happening.
Absolutely. We've got lessons happening over the summer, some camps and some classes, also on the music school page of mountaintopmusic.org. And then, of course, that leads right into the fall. We do. Most people like to register by semester, because our teachers are very in demand and busy. You got to call and get that time slot that you want for your lesson. It's great that we're back to offering group classes and ensembles after a couple of years of not really being able to do that, certainly not at the level we've done before.
Yeah, it certainly feels
So our
good.
teachers are really excited to have the groups back together. And of course, one of the perks of being a Mountaintop Youth student is that all these concerts at the Majestic Theater are free. So if you're a student who's in high school or younger with us, you have free access to all of the professional entertainment that we bring into the Majestic Theater.
That's exposure like...
That's the inspiration to go home and practice. I know, even me as a professional performing musician, when I sit in the theater and hear a concert, it's just that inspiration factor, and not having to go to Boston or New York to hear concerts of this caliber is really special. So that's exciting. And then about a quarter of our students taking lessons are adult learners, because of course this is a great area to come to retire. But retirement is, just because you change careers, doesn't mean you're retired and sitting in the rocking chair. I mean, we've met so many people that are looking to start that next chapter of life, revisiting an instrument they used to play, or picking up a new one.
Yeah, getting around to doing that hobby that you never really had time to dedicate to.
Absolutely, that's totally true. So that's and it's been fun to see the adult student community come together at all of these concerts we're doing in the renovated Majestic Theater. Many of our adult students are volunteering to collect the tickets and pass out the programs and direct traffic parking cars and serve refreshments in the cafe, all of these things. So it's great. Mountaintop's mission for years and years. I've been with the organization 11 years now, and the mission has always been enriching lives and building community through music. And it's so fun to see that happening on so many levels.
Absolutely.
Now, especially with the theater really being so visible in Conway Village.
Yep, I think you're doing a wonderful job fulfilling that exact motivation.
For sure.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's been wonderful.
One of the things that we've started doing, we started this past winter that's just gone so well, is having a weekly jazz series on
Yeah.
Friday nights. We've taken one of the old storefronts in the Majestic Theater building and turned it into a little 40-seat cafe. And we're having professional jazz every Friday night, as we've got amazing jazz musicians, quite a deep Rolodex of really extraordinary jazz musicians living, some right here in our valley, but within an hour's drive, there's this incredible community of jazz musicians, and they've reached out to friends and colleagues of theirs in Boston, in Portland, in New York City, saying, you got to come up and visit, stay the weekend, we'll go hiking, but we can do this gig at the Majestic Cafe, and they get a great audience and people love it. We've made new friends in the music community as well as in the audience community, coming in to get to have a drink and to be with friends on Friday evening and hear some jazz. It's great to see the visitors coming into our valley on Friday nights, and to be able to have the Majestic marquee lit and the lights on, and for folks to see music in the windows. I think it really speaks volumes about our community and the variety of things to do here. That we've got so much outdoor activity that really draws folks here, but we really have a vibrant arts scene as well.
We do.
And that variety makes this place really special.
Yes, it does. You've become the hub for a deep pool of talent.
As we wanted to do.
That's right.
Just what we set out to do, and that's been so fulfilling to be able to pair our students up with this, with this community of professionals who are coming in for really extraordinary concerts, and to have now a 290-seat venue here with the Majestic Theater is a really great thing to have. And folks watching, I think, know that in spite of sometimes the traffic backed up, we are a small town. We're a close-knit community, and to have that type of venue, it takes a lot of locals to fill that up.
It sure
so what we can do now is not just be a place for locals, but for a place that visitors and locals can come together, and where people visiting the valley can really get a taste of what this community is all about, and the real depth of things that are here to see and to hear and to experience.
Well, thank you for all that you're doing there. I think it's a wonderful project.
Thank you.
So if you want to check out their calendar of events, lessons, classes, any of that, you can go to mountaintopmusic.org.
That's right.
George Weiss of Mountaintop Music Center, thank you for being here.
My pleasure.